Good day, students. I hope everybody is doing well. Today, our main strands is numbers, and our substrands that we are going to take one or two things from is counting, representation, and cardinality. I said our main strands today is number, the substrands, which is the subtopic, is also the counting, representation, and cardinality. Good. Let's proceed. Under the counting, representation, and cardinalities, we are going to learn how to model number quantities up to 1 million and how to model money quantities up to 1 million. There are three methods to model quantity up to 1 million. Two of these methods are used to model number quantities up to 1 million, and other one is used to model money quantities up to 1 million. Multi-base block and graph sheet method are used to model number quantities up to 1 million. And then token currency method is used to model money quantities up to 1 million. What I said is that we have three methods to model quantities up to 1 million. Within the three methods, two of these methods are used to model number quantities up to 1 million. These two methods are used to model number quantities up to 1 million. And the other quantity or the other method is also used to model money quantities up to 1 million. So there are differences here. We have number quantities and money quantities. The two methods are used to model number quantities, while the other method is also used to model money quantities up to 1 million. Those methods that we use to model number quantities are the multi-base block and graph sheet method, are used to model number quantities up to 1 million. Token currency method, which is the third one, is used to model money quantities up to 1 million. Good. We are now taking them one after the other. So those methods that we use to model number quantities up to 1 million, one method is called multi-base block method. This method is used to model number quantities up to 1 million. Multi-base block has 4 keys to model number quantities, which include a key, a rod or long, a flat, and a block. These keys derive their number quantities based on the question, meaning their quantity of number depends on the figures given. The quantity for the first key, which is the key, is very important to the rest of the keys, like rod, flat, and block. If a figure ends with no zero, then a key will be used to represent 1. That is, a key equals 1. While the rest of the keys will be 10 times the previous key. That is, mathematically, the rod, once a key is equal to 1, definitely the rod or long will be 10 times a cube. Then the next key will also be a flat, which will be equal to 10 times a rod or long. And the last key, which is the block, will also be equal to 10 times a flat. If a figure ends with 10, then a key will be used to represent 10. That is, a key is equal to 10. While the rest of the keys will be then be multiplied by the tens times the previous key. That is, a rod, which is the next key after the key, will be 10 times a key. A flat, which is the next key after the rod, will also be 10 times a rod or long. And then finally, the block, which is the last key under the multi-base block, will also be 10 times a flat. If a figure ends with 2 zeros, then a cube will be used to be represent 100. That is, a cube is equal to 100, while the rest of the keys will be 10 times the previous key, that is a rod, which is the immediate key after the what key, will also be rod or long, equal to 10 times a key. A flat, which is the next key after the rod, will also be 10 times a rod or long. And a block is equal to the 10 times a flat. A figure ends with 3 zeros. Then a cube will be used to be represent 1000. That is, a cube equal to 1000, while the rest of the keys will then be multiples or times the previous keys. That is, a rod, which is also the next to the what a flat, will also be 10 times a key. A flat, which is another key, the third key, then also take its quantities by the 10 multiplied by the rod. And then finally, the block, which is 10 times what a flat. This base block method or multi-base block method here, the difference is 10 times, because if you're able to identify the first key, then the next key will be the 10 times the previous or the first key or the previous key. So you solve one more example. Make sure you write what is on your screen. Good. Now, let's solve some of the example or one more example under the multi-base block method. Example 1. Use the multi-base block to model the number below. The number that we are going to model now is 1,123,000. This is the number quantity. You're going to use the multi-base block method. Our diagram should supposed to look like a block. So you're going to use multi-base block method. First thing, you have to do your illustration. After the illustration, then you model for the block using the number given. Good. Let me write my solution. Good. Now, illustration. Now I have my 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0. After that, you indicate the positions of the numbers. So let's indicate the positions of the numbers here. Here is ones. Okay. Let me use here is ones, tens, 100, thousand, tens of thousand, hundreds of thousand, then million. Okay. After you have identified the positions of the numbers, then you write the real values of the numbers. The real values are obtained by using the face value, which is the one to multiply the place value, which is the position where the number is occupied. So here, the real value for this one here will be 1 million, which will be 1 million. Good. Then the next one, the real value will be 100,000. For 1 times the 100,000 give you 100,000. Then the next one, that will also be the 2 times the 10, 10 times the 1,000 will be the 20,000. Will be the 20,000. Now, the revenue for the last one here will also be 3 times the 1,000, which will be the 3,000. It will be 3,000. Now, let's choose a keys here. Like what we already stated, since the question here end with a 30, then under the multi-base block, it has 4 keys. So the first key depends on the number of 0 that ends, or if the figure does not even end 0, as we stated earlier on. So since the last 3 digits here is 0, per this number quantity. Then hoping our first key, the key will be equal to 1000. We will use one key to represent 1000. Then once a key is equal to 1000, a rod will be a rod or long. Long will also be equal to the 10 times a key, and that will be 10,000. Okay. Then like what I said, once a key is identified to be represented by 1000, then a rod, which is the next key after the key, also be the 10 times a key. Okay. And that one will be also be equal to 10,000. Then a flat, which is also the third key, will also be the 10 times a rod, and that will be the 10 times a rod is now 10,000, and that will also give us 100,000. Then a block, a block which is also the final key under the multi-base block, is also equal to the 10 times a flat. And you know, a flat is 100,000. So 10 multiplied by the 100,000 will also give you 1 million. 1 million. So always, like I said, the difference between the keys under the multi-base block are times 10. But the first key is most important. If you're able to identify the first key, then the rest of the key will not be difficult. Good. Now we have choose our keys. Now let's proceed. Once we have already written the values of the numbers, then let's apportion or choose a key for the numbers. The first number here, which is 1 million, which shows that we have no other option to choose a block to represent that. So we will draw a block to represent the 1 million. You will draw a block to represent the 1 million. Okay, good. Now we will choose a block, which is a block here. And how many blocks are you going to choose? And that one will be one block will be drawn to represent 1 million. Okay, good. Now let's come to the other one. The 100,000 per the keys chosen here. Now, per what we have, the one that will be much appropriate to represent the 100,000 is a flat. You will draw one flat, and one flat is equal to 100,000. So you will draw one flat. So that is a flat here, which is then equal to 1,000. And how many flat do you think when you draw? And that means you will draw only one flat. Good. Then when you come to the 20,000, the key that will be much appropriate to represent the 20,000 will be, per what we have here, is a rod or long. And how many rod are you going to draw? Which means that a rod is equal to 10,000, and now we have the 20,000, so you will draw two. That will give you the 20,000. You will draw two rods so that you can also get 20,000. Now looking at the last one here, which is the 3,000. The 3,000, we have already indicated that a key is equal to 1,000. So you choose a key to represent 1,000. And then how many keys are you going to draw to show the maximum of the 3,000, which means that you draw 3 keys, because once a key is 1,000, then the 3 keys will be equal or approximate to the 3,000. Good. Now we are finished with our illustration. Now that we are going to draw a block, a flat, a rod or long, and a key. A key will be used to represent 1,000. So when you see one key, it means 1,000. 2 will be 2,000, and 3 will be 3,000. So you will draw 3 keys. That will be model for the 3,000. And the key, the next key after the key is rod or long. So 10 times the key, we have already established that. So a rod is now 10,000. So when you draw one rod, it means 10,000. When you draw two, it means 20,000. Then we are going to draw a flat. When you see one flat, which is equal to 100,000, and so you will draw only one. And a block which will also be equal to 1 million, and we will draw only one block. Let's draw our models, or let's model for the numbers using this multi-base block. Good. Now let's first draw our keys. So key is equal to 1,000 times 3. That will be approximate or equal to 3,000. So you are going to draw a key here, a key. Draw 3 keys. Good. Now let me choose my diagrams and shapes tool, and I hope you know how to draw a key. That is one key. I draw another key. Now you draw 3 keys. Now we are done with a key. One key is equal to 1,000. So 3 of these keys is approximately 3,000. Now you are moving on to what? A rod, which is 10 times this key. And let's see how many rods that you are going to draw. You are going to draw 2 rods, okay, or longs. And you know, a rod or long is equal to 10,000 times 2. That will be equal to 20,000. Good. Which means that we will draw 2 rods to represent the 20,000 because one rod will be used to represent the 10,000. Okay, good. Now let's see our rod here. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So leave it 1. You have to divide it into 10 because 10 keys make 1 rod. Or my diagram to be nice. Good. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we are gotten our standard. Then okay. Now we said a rod is 10 of what? Keys. Keys are 10 in the upper key in a vertical form. It can also be in a horizontal form. The answer is straight. Okay, good. So now that is the rod. Let me identify one key for you. That is one key. Okay. That is one key. Okay. Good. So this one here represents 10,000. So you're going to draw 2 because 1 key, 2 keys, 3, 4, 10 keys is also packed here. But remember, 1 key is 1,000. So 10 rod or 1 rod here, which contain the 10 keys, will be the 10,000. 10 times the key, that will be 10,000. Let me draw another rod here. Let me divide it. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then draw one, keep in the end. Good. draw money see from. So I'll be all the angles for good. Now, so we are still on a flat, on a road. After the road, then we move on to a flat. Good. Then when you finish, you identify what? One key, so that we can obviously see the number of keys that have been packed here. Okay, so this is one key. Okay, so when you have this one, which means that this one plus this, let me do my plus one, which is good. That will also be what? The 20,000. Okay, good. 20,000, and that will be 20,000. Good. One is equal to 10,000. Now let's draw our flats. The next one here is our flats. Okay, from the rod, and the flat is 10 of what? Rod or long. Yeah, this one plus this, and this one also plus this. Yeah, identify one key. Yes, one key. Okay, this is one key. Good. And these three keys, when you put them together, and that will give you the 3,000. 3,000. Okay, good. Now you are going to draw a flat. And we know a flat which is equal to 100,000 times 1 times 1, because you are going to draw only one, and that will be 100,000. 100,000. So one flat will be equal to 100,000. Let's draw our flats here. A flat is 10 of rod. So now let's divide it. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So which means you have to divide it by 10. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are going to also divide this 4 into 10. Two, 4, 6, 8. Let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me shape this one out. Okay, this one small. Level 1. Good. Now you are watching the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now draw. Good. A flat is 10 times of what? A rod. To rod makumako 10 and a one flat. Okay. Good. Then let's identify one block here. This one block. Okay, that is one block. Now you have this one is one flat, another flat, another flat, and another flat. So we have a 10 flats. This is a flat here. A flat must contain a block. Now we have this one, which is also represents the whole of this one represent one rod. The whole of this also represent another rod. So 10 rows or 10 longs will give you one flat. So entire this shape here is equal to one flat, and therefore this one is equal to 100,000. Okay, that's equal to 100,000 because each of the rod is 10,000 and the rows are here at 10. So 10 times the 10,000 will give you 100,000. Good. Now we are going to draw our last key, which is the block. Okay, good. So we are going to draw our last key, which is the block. Block is also 10 times of the flats. And per the questions, we have to draw only one block. And then per what you're going to do, which is a block, then equal to 1 million times the number of blocks that you're going to draw. That is only one. And that will also give you 1 million. So this is how the under the multi-base blocks looks like. So now we have this one. I'm going to divide them. Divide this rectangular shape into 10 as if you are drawing the flats. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We have gotten our interface, and then draw the other lines. Draw the other lines. Well, Good. These are good. Then you divide this one two into 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9. That will give us 10. So when you count, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So you have to divide this one two into 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Now let's this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's count and see. We are getting our 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's divide this side into 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Level 1. Let me push this one up there. Push this one too. Good. Now, when you count, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, we divide this side. Two, 3, 4, 5, Now you identify one block. Identify one block here. Yes, one block. That is one block. Okay. Now the first layer here represents one flat. The next one is the next one, another flat. So 10 flats that has been put together will give you a block. Okay. So this is how the blocks looks like. And you can also identify the one key, and before the key, then this vertical one here. Once you know the key, the vertical one here represents a rod or long, which is 10 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 keys make a rod or long. And this rod, 10 rod also make what? A flat. So from here to this side are also flats, another flat, and 10 flats that we put them together. This is one. From here, the first layer here is the what? One flat. The next one here, which is also another flat, another flat, another flat. That gives us what? A block. Okay. So now this one is also equal to 1 million. Okay. Equal to 1 million. Because what we started, example under the multi-base block, use the multi-base block what method to model the number below. The number was 1,123,000. Okay, and this 1,123,000, you choose your keys. Okay, When you choose your keys, these are the keys. Once you're using the multi-base block, the multi-base block consists of 4 keys, which is a key, rod, flat, and block. A key, the quantities of key depends on the watts, on the digits or the last digits of what, of the given number or the number quantity. And part per what we said earlier on, we said when the digit or a number quantity is given to you and the last letter is not 0, it ends with any other number, then a key will be used to represent 1. So the next rod will be the 1 times the 10. The next flat will be the rod times the 10. And then the block will be the flat times the 10. That will in that order. But when a cube is end with only 1 0, or a number is end with only 1 0, or a number quantity given to you to model end with only 1 0, then a cube will be used to represent 10 in that order. So when a number quantity is also end with 2 zeros, a key will be used to represent 100. But per this one, this number quantity end with 3 zeros. So a key was chosen to be represent what? 1000. The difference of the key and the other keys are 10 times the previous key. So you could see also clearly that a rod or long is equal to the 10 times the 1000, which is the previous key, which is the key, will give you what? 10,000. When you take the flat, 10 times the previous key, and the previous key of flat is what? Rod or long, and that will be the 10 times the 10,000 will also give 100,000. A flat which is equal to the 10 times the previous key, and the previous key of a block here. A block is what? 100,000, and 10 times 100,000 also give you 1 million. And after then, you write the number what? The values, the real values of the numbers. And the real values are also obtained by taking the face value of the number times the positions of the number here, where the number occupies. So when we take the face value of 1 here, when we take the face value of this one, is occupies the millions position, and therefore the one which is the face value times the place where the number occupied is 1 times the 1 million, that will give you 1 million. That is why we're able to get this 1 million. And then the next one here, the one here is under the hundreds of thousand, which is 100,000. So 1 times the 100,000 also give you 100,000. The 2 here is under the tens of thousand, which is 10,000. So the 2 times the 10,000 also give you 20,000. And then the 3 here under the 1,000, and the 3 times 1,000, that will give you the 3,000. So based on this, that you're able to choose the key that will be much appropriate to be represent these numbers, so that you can model for the number given here. So when you choose 1 million, per what we have stated earlier on with the keys that choosing, that 1 million, you will not waste my time to draw several keys, but you will draw a block, one block, which will be equal to 1 million. So you choose a block for 1 million, and a block is 1 million. So how many blocks are you going to draw? You will draw only one. That is why we have the 1 at the end of the block. Then when you have the 100,000, you choose a key that will be much approximate to or nearest to 100,000 or equal to 100,000. And we realize that we have a flat which is also equal to 100,000. Then you choose a flat. And then based on that, how many flats are you going to construct or draw? So looking at this one here, you could see clearly that one flat is even equal to 100,000. And the question here, or the number here to model is only 100. So we will draw only one flat. Then when you come to the 20,000, looking at this one here, you can choose a key, which is 1,000, but we have a rod, which is 10,000. So the 10,000 is much closer to the 20,000 than a key. Okay, so that is why we choose a rod or long, because that one will give us what? 10,000. So that when you are drawing, you will not draw much of the keys here, but you will only draw only two rows. Okay, one rod is equal to 10,000. Then we have the 20,000. So 20,000 means you are going to draw only two rows or what? Two longs. Now, when you come to the 3,000, the 3,000, the only key that will be much approximate to the 3,000 here is what? A key, because we have already stated that a key must be equal to 1,000, and 1,000, which is a key. And how many keys are you going to draw? And that is the 3. That is why I have the 3 in front of this. So all these things that we call it illustration, when you're done, then that you are going to draw what you have stated here. So when you come to the next of our sheet here, a key, which is 1,000 times the 3 that we are going to draw, that give us the total 3,000. So we draw one key, represent the 1,000, 2 will be 2,000, and the 3 here will give us what? The 3,000. Then when you come to this side, we have already indicated that a rod is equal to 10,000. So the question was to draw or model 20,000. So once you know a rod is 10,000, then you draw two rods to represent the 20,000. Now, when you come to this one, a flat is equal to 100,000. And the first question over there, we're supposed to model only 100,000. So we have no other option to draw only one flat, which will be much closer or approximate to what? 100,000. And that is how a flat looks. A flat is made up of what? 10 rows. This is one rod, another rod, another rod. So 10 rod make what? A flat. That is why I said the difference is always the 10 times the previous key. Okay, good. When you come to a block is equal to 1 million. And the per question, what we did the illustration, which shows clearly that a block, we're supposed to model only 1 million as the higher number here. And we choose a block, which is also equal to 1 million, and you will draw only one block. The entire shape here is only one block. A block is also made up of what? 10 times of flats. That is why the first interface here looks like a flat. The next one is another flat that has been packed behind and the other end. So this is how the multi-base block methods looks like. Always you choose a key depending on the questions, and then you solve. You draw the key first, and then you follow by the rod, and then flats, and then a block. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you learn it hard. Good luck. Bye.